The thrill of the chase, the allure of the deal. For Sam Geezil, a Chicago warehouse tycoon of the early 20th century, the desire for those old days of deal-making never truly faded, even in his semi-retirement. In 1910, Geezil had made a small fortune selling his warehouse close to $1 million. It was a comfortable life, managing his many properties, but it was a quiet life, a life without the adrenaline rush of the deal. That was until a young man named Geezil-Weil walked into his office. Weil, a fresh face in the city, was interested in buying an apartment Geezil had up for sale. The terms were simple, an $8,000 price tag only requiring a down payment. But Weil had other plans. He offered to pay the full price in cash if Geezil could wait a couple of days until a deal he was working on came through. Naturally, Geezil was intrigued. How could a young man come up with that kind of cash so quickly? Intrigue turned to fascination when Weil reluctantly shared his story. Weil's uncle, secretary to a group of multimillionaire financiers, had a grudge and a plan. They owned a hunting lodge in Michigan they hadn't used for years and decided to sell. The uncle saw an opportunity for payback. He would sell the property for $35,000 to a set-up buyer who would then resell it for its real value of around $155,000. The profits from the second sale would be split between the uncle, Weil, and the third man. Geezil was hooked. He wanted to be the set-up buyer. Weil was hesitant, but Geezil's eagerness won out. The only catch was that Geezil would have to pay the $35,000 in cash. Not a problem for Geezil, who arranged a meeting with the uncle and financiers in Galesburg, Illinois. The meeting was a success. Geezil had the money wired to a local bank, and the financiers agreed to sell the lodge to him. The deal was made, the papers signed. Geezil, the deal-maker, was back in the game. But as the dust settled and the financiers chatted about high finance, Geezil realized something. He had been so caught up in the thrill of the deal, he hadn't thought about the flabby boxer, Weil's supposed trainee, who was meant to be in shape, but wheezed after a few minutes of exercise. He hadn't thought about the uncle's grudge or the too easy agreement of the financiers. In the end, the deal wasn't quite what it seemed. Geezil had been outplayed, made a fool by a young man with a story and a grudge. He had desired the old days of deal-making, and he got just that, a deal that cost him more than he bargained for. A costly lesson, but a reminder, in the world of deal-making, not everything is as it seems.